Hi there, binary options traders. My name is AJ, and today I'm going to be showing you a 60-second option that I took on the EUR-USD. It was a call option, and it was an invested amount of $200 with a resulting payout of $340 for a profit of $140, which is very nice. Small win, as you can see from the market and target price, but a win is a win, and especially in 60-second options, it's you're not going to get too much of movement unless it's a really big movement and you just happen to hit at the right time or the wrong time, depending on what your situation is. Today is June the 4th, 2012. I believe it is a bank holiday in England. So there's been a lot more activity on the New York session than usual. And so I think that's definitely playing into the factors of why the market was so choppy. I mean, that's just my opinion, but maybe it's right. So here's my MetaTrader chart. It's a 1-minute chart, as you can see. And right here where the green arrow is where I place my entry. And the next candle is green. So that's great. So that means that my entry was successful. As you can see from the candle formation, it was quite a ride. It moved back and forth. It went a little bit higher, which was very good for me. But then it sunk all the way down to this level at the 61.8 Fibonacci level. And then it rose back up. So it expired in my favor, but it could have gone south. Now I'm going to tell you why I was confident in this trade despite the large movement that was going on. As you can see from all the candles that have been in this area, in fact, the candles over the majority of the last couple of minutes, at least 30 or 40 minutes, there have been a lot of wicks on all of them, and there are a lot of candles that have almost no bodies. So dojis, as they're known as in the candle formations world. And so that definitely points to a lot of uncertainty, a lot of buyers and sellers trying to move the market. So the market's going to become very, very choppy. So I threw on this volumes chart to help me out with that. Didn't really help too much. As I usually do, I stick to my stochastic, which obviously pointed out to these oversold conditions, and to this RSI. And the RSI was the real indicator for me because, as you can see, it sharply pointed up. Now, obviously my RSI is set to a 4 period, which means it's going to move very, very quickly. But when it moves at such a rapid sharpness, it usually denotes that it's going to move up very quickly. As you can see over here, it did the exact same thing, and this moved up. And if you looked over here, moved up. Over here, moved up. Over here, moved up. It's not foolproof. It does often lead to, again, I mean, this is a screenshot and you're looking in the past right now, so this worked out in my favor. But just always be watching your indicators and your charts to see what's going on, just to make the right decision. As a side note, I received a couple of emails and a couple of messages and comments over the weekend, so thank you for sharing those, and keep doing that if you're interested in the channel. One of the things that really that came to my attention is that, and I think that I want to share with everyone that's watching this video, and for myself as well. One of the things when I put on an indicator on my chart or use my indicator is that I have to know what the indicator is doing. So for me, if I can't say, oh, what does a stochastic do? What does an RSI do? What does a MACD do? What does a CCI do? What does volume do? How do they measure this? If I can't say that, it shouldn't be on my chart. Because sure, you can read a lot of forums, you can read a lot of tips and a lot of different things about how to trade and how to look at the charts and how to make decisions. But if you don't understand what those things are and how they're calculated, you're in for a heap of trouble. And I can guarantee that to you because I did it when I first started trading. I just saw the latest forum post and I would be like, oh wow, great, new indicator, holy grail, this is gonna be amazing. And I just put it on there. And of course, I would end up losing money. Why? Because I didn't understand how it worked. And so I really encourage you to just take the time. If you see somebody praising an indicator, or you see an indicator working out for you or whatever, just take the time to Wikipedia, or there's a ton of different information. You can use Investopedia as a great resource as well. And just look up what the actual indicator does. By understanding what it does, you'll be able to maybe fine-tune the parameters a bit, so that way you can set it up to be more reactive or more less reactive, depending on what your style is. And so and then you also understand, like if somebody asks you, what does this do? You'll be able to explain it very clearly. If you're not able to do that, don't put it on your chart. It's as simple as that. So that's basically just a little bit of advice from my end. You're free to take it or leave it as you will. Alright, so that's pretty much it from my end. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe this channel and the Happy Forexer channel, which is an amazing channel. You should definitely be subscribed to that channel because it's just a great source of information. As well, if you don't have a trading account, I highly I'm just going to suggest to take up 24 Option because it's a great platform. I've used a number of platforms and they seem to be the best out of the lot. You get the most advantages for the least amount of pain. And so there's a link in the description if you want to get an account. If you're not sure, like you don't want to start trading live as yet with real actual cash, what you can do is you can fund the account and then you can go to the live help support, and they will actually set up a demo account for you, which they can refill at any time. So let's say, for example, you have a demo account and you flatten it completely. You can go back to them and just ask for them to reset the account. They're going to reset it for you, and you can go back to trying again. So it's a really, really useful resource that I wish I had when I first started, and I still use right now that I'm actually trading. Because let's say you want to try out something differently that you've heard about, but you don't want to burn your live account. Try it on the demo account. Or if you're a newbie, like I still consider myself a newbie, so I often go back to demo just to practice and just to see how things are going. And eventually you can take those skills that you've learned from demo and learning the platform and learning the nuances and just learning when to place your entries and then apply those to a live account. So that's pretty much it from my end. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you learned something. And even if you didn't, thanks for watching anyway. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.